You ever meet someone in life who just does everything the right way, doesn't scream for attention, doesn't get into fights, doesn't throw rackets or chase headlines, but somehow everyone ends up admiring them? That's Jannik Sinner. While the world buzzes over drama, controversies, and hot takes, there's this 23-year-old Italian who's just quietly becoming one of the most respected athletes in the entire sport. Not just because he wins, but because of how he wins. Today, we're not just talking about forehands and titles. This one's about respect from Novak Djokovic, from Carlos Alcaraz, from fans, from the tennis world itself. And spoiler alert, we've got a bold Wimbledon prediction coming up. Let's be real. We've seen our share of hotheads on court, broken rackets, screaming at umpires, walk-offs. But Sinner, this guy helps ball kids pick up balls mid-match. He checks on opponents who are injured. He loses Grand Slam finals and still walks to the net like a gentleman. One moment that's gone viral, the 2023 US Open, a ball kid stumbles while retrieving a ball, and Sinner, midpoint, pauses, smiles, walks over, and helps. That clip, yeah, 500,000 views. Not because it was flashy, but because it was human. Another after the 2024 Australian Open final, which he lost to Daniil Medvedev, fans noticed something. Sinner didn't just clap at the ceremony, he waited, let Medvedev finish, then gave him the most sincere hug you've ever seen. That handshake was longer than most press conferences. Online, fans wrote, "Sinner is what tennis needs right now. No ego, just respect." You know that moment after a match when you expect salt. With Sinner, you get humility. Every time. When Novak Djokovic, a 24-time slam champion, says you were too solid for him, that's not flattery, that's legacy-level praise. After their 2025 French Open semifinal, Novak was blunt. He showed why he's number one. Number one in the world. He was just too solid for me tonight. Mentally, he deserves big credit. Like, the whole stadium was cheering, and he hung in there. And that wasn't the first time. Djokovic's body language at the net, you could tell. He respected what just hit him. Carlos Alcaraz, the man many call Sinner's greatest rival, he said it straight. I'm not going to get tired of saying how amazing a person and athlete you are. You force me to give 100% every day. I need you on the tour. Even Rafa Nadal, after Sinner's heartbreak in the 2025 French Open final, he maintained an impeccable attitude. I 100% believe in him. The most stoic man in tennis, saying that publicly, this isn't PR, this is admiration. Even Andy Murray, who never throws compliments casually, said, Sinner and Alcaraz are on the path to being two of the best, no doubt about that. Translation, Sinner isn't just good, he's someone the greats are proud to pass the torch to. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Earlier this year, there was a brief cloud over Sinner's name. A banned substance was flagged. Social media exploded. People jumped to conclusions. But the ATP never handed out a ban. Sinner cooperated with every single test. His camp remained transparent. The experts, they found no pattern of intent. Contamination was the likely cause. Rafael Nadal didn't hesitate. I 100% believe Jannik is innocent. Stefanos Tsitsipas said it best. These are tricky things. I'm not here to judge. And Sinner himself, he didn't rage, didn't sue for defamation, just said, I know what I put in my body. I trust the process. I have nothing to hide. That's rare. Yeah, sorry. Most players spiral in these moments. Jannik, he just stayed calm. That's not just professionalism, that's character. Watch his press conferences. You'll never hear me. It's always, my team helped me. This one hurts, but I'll learn. I'll spend time with family. They keep me grounded. After his loss to Alcaraz in Paris, he didn't moan, didn't blame, just said, I know how hard I worked for this and I'll work harder. And let's not ignore the rituals, no flashy entrances, no shouting at warm-ups, just headphones, a soft smile, a quiet nod to his team. Game face on, and after the match, win or lose, he signs autographs, hugs fans, and makes time for selfies. One fan once posted, "I waited 45 minutes. Sinner stayed until he got to me. He said thanks for waiting." Who does that anymore? Commentators see a different angle. They notice the small things. John McEnroe said during the 2024 Aussie Open, "Sinner has that Federer-like calm. He could be down 2 sets and you wouldn't know it." Boris Becker added, "He's not just talented, he's respectful. You can tell he was raised well." Haas, Jim Courier during the French Open this year, "Every time I see him lose, I admire him more." These guys have seen thousands of players, so when they pause to compliment your attitude, it matters. In Italy, Sinner is more than a tennis player. He's a movement. La Gazzetta dello Sport called him the new king. Fans chant his name at Davis Cup matches. Kids in Trentino wear orange wigs in the crowd, a nod to Sinner's hair. And what's wild, he hates being called a celebrity. He once told Italian media, "I don't care about fame, I care about being better every day." In a world that values loud personalities, Sinner is proving you don't need to shout to be heard. Why are we telling this story now? Because tennis needs this. We've had rivalries filled with drama, Twitter beefs, suspensions, slam meltdowns, and sure, that sells. But here comes a guy who just wants to play. No theatrics, just love for the game. And still, the locker room respects him, the legends trust him, and the fans, they're quietly falling in love. This isn't nostalgia. This is what the future should look like. Now, let's talk grass. Jannik Sinner is walking into the second week of Wimbledon 2025 with momentum, clarity, and most importantly, belief. He's no longer the underdog. He's the number one seed. And this year, we're calling it, Jannik Sinner will win Wimbledon 2025. You heard that right. This isn't based on hype. It's based on form, on mental strength, on respect earned. The surface suits him. The draw looks promising. And after 2 years of heartbreak, he's due. And when he lifts that trophy, don't be surprised if he just smiles, waves to the crowd, and walks off quietly. That's just Jannik. So here's to the ones who don't scream for attention, but earn it anyway. To the players who lose with grace, win with humility, and inspire with how they carry themselves, not just what they win. Jannik Sinner might not always trend on Twitter, but in the hearts of true tennis fans, he already feels like a champion. I'm Tennis Titans, and I'll see you after the next big twist at Wimbledon.